Subway steam, leather jackets, corner bodega never closes. Boombox on the shoulder beats bleeding through apartment walls. Graffiti tags like signatures on brick and steel. Everyone's got somewhere to be. Nobody knows where they're going. Turn it up, turn it loud. Move your body with the crowd. Beat drops, heart stops. City never sleeps, never stops. This is how we lived back then in the city that never slept. Dancing on the edge of broke, but we had something money couldn't buy. Neon streets and midnight dreams. Everything electric in our eyes. CBGB basement shows, sweat dripping from the ceiling. Art galleries in abandoned warehouses. 3 jobs just to make the rent. But at night we own this town. Payphone conversations with the world. Quarters in your pocket like treasure. Bassline, snare, hit. Feel the rhythm, that's it. Lights flash, cash crash. Living fast but we'll make it last. This is how we lived back then in the city that never slept. Dancing on the edge of broke, but we had something money couldn't buy. Neon streets and midnight dreams. Everything electric in our eyes. Times Square before Disney cleaned it up when it was dirty and dangerous. And real taxi cabs weaving through the madness. Horns honking our city symphony. Yellow light, red light, green light, gold life moving at the speed of ambition. Synthwave, new wave. Every night we misbehave. Drum machine, laser scene, living in the space between. This is how we lived back then in the city that never slept. Dancing on the edge of broke, but we had something money couldn't buy. Neon streets and midnight dreams. Everything electric in our eyes. They say the city's changed now, cleaned up, priced out, moved on. But we were there when it was raw, when every night felt like a song. Late night diners, coffee black as the night outside. Artists and dreamers, hustlers and believers, all sharing the same fluorescent light. Nobody had money, but everybody had stories worth telling. One more time, one more night. Hold on to this neon light. Beat goes on, we're never wrong. This is where we all belong. This is how we lived back then in the city that never slept. Dancing on the edge of broke, but we had something money couldn't buy. Neon streets and midnight dreams. Everything electric in our eyes. We were young and we were hungry, and the city was our prize. In the glow of 80s nights, when the future felt so bright. Still got that neon in my blood. Still hear those subway sounds. Some cities never leave you, even when you leave their ground.
We carved our names in that old oak tree when we were just 10 years old. Now you're wearing a different ring, but the friendship never gets old. From playground fights to midnight calls, through every rise and every fall. Now here we stand side by side, watching you take on this ride. Here's to the boy who found his queen, living out a fairy tale dream. May your coffee always be warm, and your love weather every storm. Remember when we swore we'd never fall for anyone at all? Now I'm watching you surrender to the sweetest kind of fall. From sharing bikes to sharing dreams, is quite the way it seems, but some things never have to change, like the way we'll still arrange. Here's to the man who chose his path. May you always share a laugh when the world gets heavy and cold. May her hand be yours to hold. I've watched you grow from boy to man. Now she gets to hold your hand. And though our paths may diverge tonight, our friendship burns forever bright. Dancing your first dance and the whole world fades away, know that somewhere in the crowd your oldest friend is proud today. From sandbox wars to wedding bells, time has stories it never tells, but this moment crystal clear shows me why we're brothers here. Here's to the love that chose you too. May she see what I always knew. You're the kind of man who stays through the nights and through the days. Here's to tomorrow's morning sun, rising on two hearts now one. May your story never end, my brother, my eternal friend.
Take me to a place where words can heal, where paper hearts are more than real. Between the lines I find my peace. In fictional worlds my pain finds release. Chapter 1, page 23. Heroine with eyes like mine. She's brave in ways I'll never be. Living in another time. Turn the page, escape the day. Let someone else's story play while my own heart breaks apart. Once upon a time she whispered soft, there lived a girl who loved too much. Her tears became the morning dew, her sighs became the evening hush. Take me to a place where words can heal, where paper hearts are more than real. Between the lines I find my peace. In fictional worlds my pain finds release. Coffee cold, book in hand, rain against my window pane. Every character understands the language of my hidden pain. I know exactly how you feel. The protagonist seems to say, I've walked this path of love and loss. I've been broken in the same way. The end it says, but I'm not done. I need another story spun, another world to run away, to live inside another day. Take me to a place where words can heal, where paper hearts are more than real. Between the lines I find my peace. In fictional worlds my pain finds release. Sometimes I think the books I read know more about my heart than I do. Every plot twist that I need, every ending that feels true. Take me to a place where words can heal, where paper hearts are more than real. Between the lines I find my peace. In fictional worlds my pain finds release. Maybe if I read enough stories, maybe if I lose myself completely, I'll forget the way he left me. I'll forget the way love feels empty in the space between reality and the magic that words can bring. Take me to a place where words can heal, where paper hearts are more than real. Between the lines I find my peace. In fictional worlds my pain finds release.
drinking alone tonight, wondering where we went wrong. 37 and the bourbon burns just right, but it can't bring you back home. Your perfume still lingers on my leather jacket, though you left 3 months ago. I should have thrown it out by now, I know, but some things are too hard to let go. 37 and drinking alone tonight, wondering where we went wrong. 37 and the bourbon burns just right, but it can't bring you back home. Remember when we used to talk for hours? Now we can't even say hello. Remember when you wore my favorite sweater? Now I don't know where you go. Wedding ring I never gave you sits in my desk drawer like shame. I thought we had forever, baby, but forever's just another name for pain. 37 and drinking alone tonight, wondering where we went wrong. 37 and the bourbon burns just right, but it can't bring you back home. I see you sometimes at the grocery store, you pretend you don't see me there. I wanna ask how you've been sleeping, but I already know you don't care. Maybe if I'd said those 3 words sooner, maybe if I'd been a better man, maybe if I'd fought a little harder, maybe you'd still be holding my hand. 37 and drinking alone tonight, wondering where we went wrong. 37 and the bourbon burns just right, but it can't bring you back home. 37 and learning how to live with all the love I never learned to give.
Snow at 3 a.m. White noise filling up the space where conversations used to live. Before we learned to speak in silence, before we mastered the art of looking past each other in crowded rooms. Static, static, static in my head. Static, static, nothing left unsaid. Static, static, drowning out the pain. Static, static, driving me insane. Lost transmission, broken buzzing, buzzing, drowning out my fears. Buzzing, buzzing, electric and alive. Buzzing, buzzing, helping me survive. Lost transmission, broken connection, searching through the white noise for your voice. Lost transmission, failed reception, wonder if we ever had a choice. Turn the volume up, turn the volume down. Still can't find the frequency where love makes a sound. Lost transmission, broken connection, searching through the white noise for your voice. Clear reception, strong connection, finally found you in the static void. No more searching, signals perfect, digital love that can't be destroyed. Television snow fades to black, your voice comes through crystal clear. Seven years old, gap tooth grin, believing everything is possible. 16 first heartbreak, world ends on Tuesday, better by Friday. 25 thinking I know everything. 35 realizing I know nothing. 43 somewhere in between wisdom and wonder. Life's just mathematics we don't understand, carrying remainders from where we began. Every day's a number in some greater plan. Life's just mathematics we don't understand. First job, last call, rent due, dreams deferred, marriage, divorce, kids, empty nest, success, failure, somewhere in between again. Garden growing, body slowing, wisdom coming, too late to matter, too early to waste. Life's just mathematics we don't understand, carrying remainders from where we began. Every day's a number in some greater plan. Life's just mathematics we don't understand. Calculate the mornings when you woke up grateful, subtract the nights you cried alone, multiply the moments when you felt truly alive, divide by all the times you felt like giving up what's left. What's the sum of all these fractured days? Life's just mathematics we don't understand, carrying remainders from where we began. Every day's a number in some greater plan. Life's just mathematics we don't understand. If I could solve for X, if I could find the proof, would it change the way I live or just complicate the truth? Maybe some equations were never meant to solve. Maybe the mystery is how we all evolve. 65 looking back at the variables, 78 adding up the constants. Each birthday just another integer in the sequence of breathing. Each sunset a decimal point in the calculation of meaning. Life's just mathematics we don't understand, carrying remainders from where we began. Every day's a number in some greater plan. Life's just mathematics we don't understand. But maybe that's the beauty of this strange equation, not knowing the answer, just feeling the sensation of being alive in this moment right now. Life's just mathematics, and somehow that's enough. That's enough. That's enough for me. Final answer pending, variable still changing. The equation continues long after we stop counting. Someone else pulse picks up our pencil, adds our own numbers to the sum. Infinity divided by the time we have still equals love. Always equals love. In the end, just love.
Windows down, engine humming low, coastal highway stretching wide, salt air tangled in my hair, ocean dancing by my side, miles disappearing in the mirror, every curve reveals something new, seagulls writing stories in the sky that only driving hearts can read. This is freedom in motion, this is peace at 65, salt and velocity mixing, making me feel so alive. Highway stretching endless forward, ocean calling out my name. In this moment I'm exactly where my heart wants to remain. Lighthouse standing like a sentinel, watching over restless waves. Every beach town tells a story of the wild and of the brave. Sunset painting watercolor dreams across my windshield, silver screen. The road becomes my meditation, the horizon my magazine. This is healing in movement, this is zen in fourth gear. Salt and velocity blending, washing away every fear. Every mile another layer of the weight I used to carry, driving toward a brighter morning where my soul no longer needs to worry. Just to breathe it in, this moment before it's gone. Sometimes the journey matters more than where you're driving on. Waves crash, rhythm, tires keep time. Highway harmony so sweet, nothing but the road and ocean, making this day feel complete. Tomorrow I'll be back in traffic, back to emails, back to stress. But tonight I'm just a driver in this coastal wilderness. This is grace in acceleration, this is prayer at the wheel. Salt and velocity dancing, making everything feel real. Tires singing on the pavement, wind conducting nature's choir. In this sacred space of movement, I find everything I desire. This is how I remember living, this is how I learned to be. Salt and velocity spinning, setting my restless spirit free. Open road and endless ocean, teaching me to trust the flow. In this dance of salt and movement, I finally let my true self show. Roosters calling out the dawn, dew is sparkling on the lawn, coffee brewing on the stove. This is all I'll ever need to know. Simple life and simple ways, count my blessings every day. Morning light across the fields shows me what contentment feels. Sunrise coffee in my cup, watching how the world wakes up. Golden fields and endless sky, this is how I wanna live my life. No rush, no hurry, no need to run, just me and morning and the rising sun. Old dog sleeping by my feet, honeysuckle smells so sweet. Kitchen window frames the view of everything that feels so true. Slow and steady, that's my pace, finding joy in this quiet place. Morning breeze through maple trees brings a sense of inner peace. Sunrise coffee in my cup, watching how the world wakes up. Golden fields and endless sky. This is how I wanna live my life. No rush, no hurry, no need to run. Just me and morning and the rising sun. Neighbors wave from down the road, sharing stories they were told. Children catching fireflies last night underneath the skies. Time moves different here it seems. Life feels more like peaceful dreams. Every hour's a gift to hold, worth much more than city gold. Sunrise coffee in my cup, watching how the world wakes up. Golden fields and endless sky. This is how I wanna live my life. No rush, no hurry, no need to run. Just me and morning and the rising sun. City folks can keep their speed. This old porch is all I need. With the life I chose to live, taking all that earth can give. Grateful for this quiet day, wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, sunrise coffee in my cup, watching how the world wakes up. Golden fields and endless sky. This is how I wanna live my life. Maybe nothing big will happen here today, and that's exactly how I like it anyway. Sunrise coffee in my cup, watching how the world wakes up. Golden fields and endless sky. This is how I wanna live my life. No rush, no hurry, no need to run. Just me and morning and the rising sun.
Scanning every coffee shop, every bookstore taught me how to drive his old pickup truck down these gravel roads when I was just 13. Mama showed me how to make her apple pie, best recipe this county's ever seen. Now I'm 25 with dreams too big for this little dot upon the map. But every time I try to leave this place, something always pulls me back. I'm just a hometown girl with big city dreams, caught between the life I know and what might be. These old oak trees keep whispering my name, saying, child, you don't have to run away to be free. Billy Henderson asked me to the senior prom in his daddy's borrowed Sunday suit. Now he's got a wife and kids and a steady job at the mill, just like his daddy used to do. Sometimes I wonder if I stayed too long, or if I'm right where I belong. When the city lights start calling out, my heart sings a different song. I'm just a hometown girl with restless feet, dancing between holding on and letting go. These dusty streets remember every step I've taken, but they can't tell me which way I should go. Grandma says the world's a bigger place than what we see from our front porch. But home's not just a place you leave behind, it's something that you carry forth. Sunday dinner at my mama's table, same faces that I've always known. But lately I've been feeling like a stranger in the only place I've called home. Maybe growing up means learning how to love the place that raised you right, while still believing there's a world out there beyond these amber fields of grain tonight. I'm just a hometown girl, finding my way between the girl I was and who I'll be. These country roads will always lead me home, but maybe they can also set me free. I'm just a hometown girl But some things can't be packed away. Some things always stay in the space between the heartbeats and the words we didn't say. I'll keep you here inside me even when you're far away. Candles burning low tonight, shadows dancing on the wall. Your picture face down on the table, can't bear to see you smile at all. Why did you go? Why did you leave? Why can't I breathe? Tears fall like rain on my window, washing away what we used to know. Tonight I cry, tonight I break, tonight I learn what hearts forsake. Salt and sorrow, pain and grief. Tonight I search for some relief. Mirror shows my swollen eyes, tissue boxes on the floor, messages I'll never send you, waiting by a silent door. Where did we go wrong? When did love die? How do I say goodbye? Tears fall like rain on my window, washing away what we used to know. Tonight I cry, tonight I break, tonight I learn what hearts forsake. Salt and sorrow, pain and grief. Tonight I search for some relief. Maybe morning brings forgiveness, maybe sunlight heals the wound. But for now I'll sit in darkness with this melancholy moon. Tears fall like rain on my window, washing away what we used to know. Tonight I cry, tonight I break, tonight I learn what hearts forsake. Morning light will dry my sorrow, but I'm drowning in tomorrow. Tonight I weep, tonight I heal, tonight I feel what broken feels. Salt and sorrow slowly fading as the darkness turns to day. Candles burn down to nothing, but somehow I'm still here. Close your eyes and count to 10. Reality starts fading when purple skies and silver trees way beyond what no one sees. Step through the mirror, jump off the edge, follow the voices inside your head. Don't look behind you, don't question why, just spread your wings. where the moss grows thick. Behind the curtain of hanging vines, there's a door that doesn't exist. Knock 3 times, then twice, then once. Whisper the password to the wind. I'm looking for what can be found, and the forest lets you in. In the secret bar where shadows drink and moonlight pours the wine, where lost souls gather every night to leave the world behind. Wooden stools and glowing bottles, stories that were never told. In the secret bar deep in the woods where secrets turn to gold. The bartender has no face, just hands that know your drink. He serves memories in crystal glasses and regrets in faded ink. No names allowed inside these walls, no past and no tomorrow, just the weight of untold stories and the comfort found in sorrow. In the secret bar where shadows drink and moonlight pours the wine, where lost souls gather every night to leave the world behind. Wooden stools and glowing bottles, stories that were never told. In the secret bar deep in the woods where secrets turn to gold. Dawn comes but the bar remains hidden from the morning light. Some say it was always there, some say it fades with night. In the secret bar where shadows drink and moonlight pours the wine, where lost souls gather every night to leave the world behind. But when you need to disappear, when the world becomes too much, just remember the third pine tree and the forest bartender's touch. In the secret bar where time stands still and broken hearts find home, you're never really lost at all, you're never truly alone. They say if you know the way back once, the past stays in your mind. But some who found the forest bar are never seen again. Go down golden hour on the pier tonight. Empty bottles catch the dying light. Your silhouette against the sky makes me wonder why we say goodbye. Gentle whispers carried by wind, salt air and memory. Ocean waves keep calling, summer slowly falling into autumn's gentle embrace. Time moves like the tide now, nothing left to hide now, just the echo of your face. Boardwalk shadows growing long, humming fragments of our song. Coffee shops are closing down in this sleep. gentle embrace. Time moves like the tide now, nothing left to hide now, just the echo of your face. September rain washing away the footprints that we made in the sand. I understand some things aren't meant to stay. Ocean waves keep calling, summer slowly falling into autumn's gentle embrace. Time moves like the tide now, nothing left to hide now, just the echo of your face. Golden hour fades to black. No, you're never coming back, but I'll keep this memory of you and me by the sea. When the world feels heavy and you're walking alone, look up at the sky tonight. You're not on your own. Someone far away is looking up too, at the same bright moon that's shining on you. We're connected by starlight, held together by hope. When life gets too heavy and it's hard to go, just remember we're under the same gentle glow. No matter how far apart we may go, on this quiet street with shadows so long, the moon understands when everything's wrong. Somewhere in the distance, another heart beats, looking for the same peace that moonlight brings. We're connected by starlight, held together by hope. When life gets too heavy and it's hard to cope, just remember we're under the same gentle glow. No matter how far apart we may go, miles between us, but we share this light. Different cities, same silver night. We're connected by starlight, held together by hope. When life gets too heavy and it's hard to cope, just remember we're under the same gentle glow. No matter how long we may go, close your eyes and feel it. Feel the moonbeams touch your face. Know that someone else is feeling this same peaceful, gentle grace. We're connected by starlight, held together by hope. When life gets too heavy and it's hard to cope, just remember we're under the same gentle glow. We're never alone, we're never alone. first time that I saw you laughing in that crowded room last spring. Something in my chest went quiet, like I'd found the missing piece. Every wall I built came tumbling down. Every guard I kept fell to the ground. In the space between your hello and the way you said my name, you're my gravity and grace, pulling me into this beautiful place where love feels like coming home to a heart I've never known. Morning coffee tastes like sunshine when you're humming by the stove. Simple moments feel like magic when there's nowhere else to go. Every day becomes a celebration, every breath a new salvation. In the way you brush my hair back when you think that I'm asleep, you're my rhythm and my rhyme, making poetry out of ordinary time. Every word you speak to me sounds like perfect harmony. If tomorrow brings us sorrow, if the world falls apart, I'll still choose you every morning with this grateful heart. Years from now and we are silver, and our steps have slowed their pace. I'll still marvel at the wonder of your hand inside my hand. Every season that we weather, every storm we face together, makes this love grow deeper still, like a river